Okay, Andy, I'm gonna record a full mission, full combat air patrol for you, see if we can shoot down some enemy flankers. So, I'll just start by getting rid of this so I can actually see what I'm doing. I am actually by myself at the moment, which is a plus, but Harry might come home after his exam. Okay, so battery on. I'll close the canopy so it's a bit quieter. It might get a bit laggy from time to time just because this is multiplayer and it tends to do that for some reason. So APU on. This is the small little jet engine that powers all the electronic equipment and will also sort of jump start the engines. So now that's fully up and running, we'll crank the right engine, wait for it to spool up to at least 20%, and then I'll increase the fuel to ignite the engines. And now that's spooling up nicely. While I'm waiting for that to start up, I will set my bingo fuel to 5,000 pounds so that I get a warning when my fuel is running low. Yeah, this lag is shit. I turn my radar to on and my instrument navigation system to CV, which is the carrier. And turn my screens on and my HUD. Come on, lag. There we go. So we'll crank the left engine now. I will get rid of the maps because it's really hard to bloody see in this game. Increase the fuel to the right engine, left engine. Put our left screen onto the flight control system, which is the automated computer that controls all the surfaces. So now that that's running, okay, 2 hours left on the server before server reset. So I'll run a built-in test function for all the systems. So that's like your comms system, your navigation system, your early warning radar system, displays, and I will also run a control function test. So you can see the control surfaces here doing their thing, checking their full maneuverability. I'll reset the FCS system. While that's doing that, I'll check my other systems are running correctly. My refueler probe. My hook. That's out. Turn my landing light on. Have the hook bypass to carrier. Anti-skid is off. Park brake is off. Do a light warning test. Have this one set to my early warning. And this one can be on my radar. I'll put that on silent so I'm nice and stealthy and declutter it a bit. I'll just see if they fixed the navigation system in the last update. Turn that on. Hey, that's working. I'll just check to make sure the frequency is correct. It's 15 actually. cycle my bleed air system, which uses the vacuum coming through the engines to power all the electronics. Set my flaps to half. My oxygen switch to on. And set my takeoff trim. Okay. And one more thing, get my frequency set. Get the crew chief to remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Tighten the straps. Okay, check the deck. Put the launch bar down. And we'll set our wings, lock them in. Check the frequency. 115.5. Just check that my navigation system is aligned. That's correct. Now I can put that on nav. Set my course heading to the runway course, the carrier course line, sorry. And we are good to go. Let's check the checklist quickly. Let's take off controls. Free and correct. Wings are down and locked. Trim is set. Flaps is set. Hook is stowed. Harness is secure. Warning lights out. And nose wheel steering is off. And seat is armed. So we can get that back. Alright. Gear up. Flap up. Maintain below 500 feet until 5 miles from the carrier. We'll set our barometric hold on so the autopilot can do all the work for me. Turn my electronic warfare page on so I can see if someone's shooting at me. Countermeasures are on. And I'll run a function test. 5 miles from the carrier. So while that's there, put that on hold, set this up. Oops. So we want it on manual. We want bursts of 3 at intervals of 0.25 of a second. We want 1 chaff and 1 flare at once. So we'll save that. Return. That's on the early warning there. And now we'll contact AWACS and see if they got any to shoot down.
Request bogey dope. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 0.
Oh, he's quite close.
29 at 29,000. Flanking.
So go master arm on. We'll go into our combat mode.
Focus. Bra. 064. 450 at 11,000. Flanking. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 047. 427 at.
Okay, we got one locked up. This is an F4 by the looks of it. I lost him.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 017. 435 at 30,000 knots.
He's quite high up.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 119. 140 at 30,000 knots.
Okay, have him locked up. We'll put the burners on, see if we can climb up to medium at altitude.
Focus. Bra. 119. 140 at
We'll
30,000.
turn this guy down a bit because he won't shut up.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus.
Got bad radar lock at the moment, as you can see, it's jumping all over the place.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Pop-up group 074. 445 at 7,000. Flanking. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 095. 440 at 21,000 knots.
So he is currently 20 miles from me. He's in range, but he's not ideal firing range.
Bra. 099. 440 at.
He's locking me now. And since he's got a friend with him, I'm going to get him to go defensive quickly. So I'll shoot first. Fox 3.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Pop-up group 086. 445 at 7,000. Flanking. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 018. 410 at 28,000. Flanking.
Okay, he's defeated that missile,
Focus. Bra. 039.
I believe. Once this lag stops.
Flanking.
Actually, no, negative. I got him actually, I think. I'll just check, the cloud's in the way. So going for a radar bore sight lock, so it locks onto him easier. But it looks like, yep, he's going down. So I got 2 MiG-29s and they're fired. I'm going defensive. Don't lag when I'm this low.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 28. 150 at 30,000. Flanking. Focus. Pontiac 1-1. Request bogey dope. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 11046 at 16,000 knots.
Fox 3.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra. 093. 417 at 30,000. Hold.
Splash 2. So next target is an F5. He is 20 nautical miles at 29,000 feet. And bad radar lock again. And he's got a couple of friends with him. Okay, good lock, shoot Q, Fox 3. There's two targets there too close together, so the radar's jumping all over the place, and I think the missile's gone dumb. So I might go for a bore sight lock. So still, these are all still radar guided missiles. Fox 3. Now this guy is running away, and there's another one there that's just gone straight past me. And of course it lags. So I'll go defensive and see if I can get his friend. There he is up there. Okay, lost sight of him. There he is. Fox 2. Fox 2. And got him. I think we're in the clear. I'll just check to make sure no one else is sneaking up on me.
Pontiac 1-1. Request bogey dope.
I know he's pretty close as well, but he's heading away from me. We'll go have a look though. 093 95 for 30 at 8,000. So just fine tune our radar there to see if we can get a lock. one's making it hard to see. You can't visually see him. Let's get another check to see where he is.
Focus. Pontiac 1-1. Request bogey dope. Pontiac 1-1. Focus. Bra 105435 at 15,000 gold.
The good news is he's climbing, so it makes it easier to see him because he's above the terrain. I think that's him there. No, that's someone else. We'll see if it's a friendly or enemy. All stations, this is Pontiac 1-1, ray gun. So that was a radio call to send to the other guys in the server to see if I have them locked up. So if I did, they would have returned and said Buddy Spike. I'm not sure where this guy is, so I'm going to return to base, I think. Select the TACAN. Change frequency to the carrier frequency. Clean up the HUD a bit so it's not too busy up here. Do some lazy flying, autopilot on, and heading hold. 241. We'll silence this so we can go stealthy. So it's not screaming at everyone to say we're here. I'll set our radar altimeter to 70 feet, which is the height of the carrier, so it will scream at us if we're getting too low. So engine de-ice on. Is the autopilot playing up? So So these fuel tanks on my wings here are empty, so I'm going to get rid of them. And now I'm going to set myself up for a landing. So I'll chuck the HSI up there. This can be my ADI. And we can have our backup HUD on here in case this one isn't usable. We'll give a call to Mother, which is the ship. is in range now. See if he answers.
Pontiac 1-1, inbound. Pontiac 1-1, fly heading 234, report 17, QFE 29.73, runway 06, departure altitude.
We'll select our altimeter source to radar so we can get a radar altitude instead of barometric. Just check the frequency of the instrument landing system, which is 5. Hopefully they've fixed this in the last patch as well. So turn that on, go to 5. There we are, looks like they've fixed it. So once we're in range, this will all start moving around and it'll form a cross, and the idea is to get the cross over the velocity vector here. Actually, I've just noticed the TACAN is not working correctly because I'm definitely not 2,300 k's away. That's that one there. Stand by. Let's see where I am. Okay. Cool. So he's right below us now. There's the carrier group down there. So what you do is we're now technically in the Marshall, which is this orbiting area above the carrier where they use multiple layers of aircraft circling above so they can efficiently get heaps of aircraft on the deck without running into each other. So we'll do a spiral descent while maintaining ourselves over the top of the carrier. So we're going to descend down to 800 feet to join the initial, which is a maneuvering pattern that they use to land on aircraft carriers.
Altitude.
So at the moment there is one other person in the server just because it's the middle of the day. Normally there's probably 20 or so, and it's a little more chaotic than this. There's a lot of idiots running around not knowing what they're doing. I'll set my course to 290, which is the carrier heading, so that you got this nice line here. Okay, so we're joining the initial now, so you put your hook down so that people can see that you have the intention of landing. All these maneuvers are designed so that you don't have to give radio calls out, so that it's nice and quiet for air traffic control and other pilots listening. We'll slow down a little bit. Try and maintain 350 knots. So what I'm going to do now that we're at 800 feet, so we're joining the initial, and we're going to fly to the right of the carrier so we can see if the deck is clear and that people know that I'm intending to land, and because it lags. There we go. So the deck is clear. I've got my hook down. Once we're at the brake point, we'll brake and do a 3.5 G turn to drop our speed and to drop the landing gear. And brake. So this ship here is actually strategically placed so that it gives you a marker on how wide you should be from the carrier. Speed is below 250, gear down. Now we get all trimmed up so the aircraft's nice and flyable for us. There's our E-bracket there, which gives us our indication on what speed we should be maintaining. Turning in from the perch, which is this position here in the circuit. Come on, stop lagging. We're maintaining, or slowly descending our airspeed. There's the ILS. So we're currently quite low. So now we're to the right. Still low, but we'll maintain this height and we should intercept the glide path. Important thing is when you touch down the deck to go full afterburner in case the wire doesn't hook or it snaps. Stop lagging, motherfucker. At full burners, and we've got a wire. So that was a first wire, which is a no grade, which is kind of a fail, but will do. Put my wings up and we'll taxi clear, and then that's me done. So I hope you like it. I hope it's not too gay for you. Anyway.